is 4420175. What is trending? You know, a lot of issues going on about marketing board. I wish not to dilly-dally on that too much, but definitely this is a big issue in Grenada, and a lot of farmers have been shocked, surprised, not surprised that marketing board have problems. Not surprised that marketing board have problems, but surprised perhaps of the government decide to close down or dispense with marketing board. Or dispense with marketing board. One would have to ask the question, now that you realize you cannot do anything with marketing board, you can transform marketing board, you can improve marketing board efficiency, you lack the ability to improve marketing board management. So your issue is to close it down partially, completely, or as you mentioned, kick the can down the road. I ask the question, what are you going to do with Grandba's estate? Would you shut it down too? What are you going to do with Montreux estate? Would you close down Montreux estate too? What are you going to do with Bellevue estate? Would you shut down Bellevue estate? Would you shut down Bellevue estate too? So this is my questions to the government and to the farmers. The government seems to be bankrupt in ideas, and all the big boats and the big galavant, the government galavant, now they're trapped. They just don't know what to do. You believe that marketing board is running at $12 million as the government claim, as the government stated, not claim, it is a fact. That I believe what the government say in loans. But you say $400 million in food circulating in the country. And I hear some farmers say marketing board mustn't compete with them on the farming. Well, it seems you can't eat your cake and have it. Because if you're producing a product in St. Patrick's and you're a farmer, your products might be selling in St. Patrick's because you go to marketing board. I heard some farmers say that marketing board, and that must be a concern to all and sundry. And I heard one of the ministers reacted, if you don't have money, you mustn't buy goods. You must be paid when you sell. But I want to say to them that the tourists, that the hotels also credit from the farmers. You see, I'm in town now, and I'm a farmer too. The hotels also credit from the farmers. Ask the poultry producers. Ask the vegetable producers if they doesn't trust the hotels. We have a caller on the line? Yes, caller, welcome.
Yeah, Mr. Pierre, good day.
Yes, caller, welcome.
Yeah. I was listening to the World Bank report about some of the I think it's Latin America and the Caribbean in terms of growth, and the was that Grenada will be grow by 3.4%. But I remember the Prime Minister was quoting and say the economy will go further by 3.6. He said further, but I realized it's a decline because I was looking for 9%. I was looking for something 9 up there because the economy last year grew by 6 point something, and so he said with a further 3.6% growth. He mentioned further 3 points, so I was looking for 9. So I was surprised he for sure even Dominica growing by 5%, expect to go 5% this year. So I don't know with the math if that well I call the math transformation math because I don't know much. You guys remember the past NEC use a transparency. They use transparency as the pet word, but this time they're using transformation as the pet word. So I don't know if that math, that transformation math. Sometimes I don't know. Sometimes I don't know. Sometimes he could be right, but sometimes transformation math he use. But he will say the economy will go further by 3.6. So that I was looking for 9. So he said he just declined. So the economy transforming into a growing into a declining economy. So I don't know. I don't know what you think about it. So take care, Mr. Pierre.
Yes, sometimes when the politicians present things, you have to unfold it. Sometimes they present things and whatever they present have to be unfolded. You know, the government made a lot of wild, outrageous claims, I will say. And now they're realizing that they lack the ability. Marketing board was amended, adjusted during the revolution in 1979. I think they add the M in it, marketing board. I think it was National Importing Board from 73. And taken a marketing aspect. Obviously, the revolution had a central planning unit. So marketing board relevance then, in the eyes of the revolution, would have been much more important. But in the Caribbean, because of economy of scale, and because of the fact that it is difficult to transport products to the other islands in the Caribbean because of transportation, and it's perishable goods we're dealing with. So Trinidad is one of our main markets in the Caribbean. So if the main issue is marketing board, management, then why not improve the management? The Prime Minister said that over 1,600 people, 1,500 volunteer to serve within 6 days. And these people send in their CV and qualification. And they always kid the other government for not having qualified people. So one would assume that these 1,600 people that volunteer and send in their CV, their qualification, he has in fact, they stated that there's so much they're not able to use them. Why don't we get competent people and monitor them regularly and show us you could transform marketing board by making it more productive and more efficient? That's what has to be done. We are the human being in this factor. Now, I have a problem with the National Democratic Congress. Every time the Congress is going to address an economic issue, they do it in the lab. They say in the lab, that must go, that must go, that must go, that must go. The book settle. They forget the human being. What we have in marketing board is workers. When you close down marketing board, workers perhaps is going home. You forget the human aspect. Is the very sad thing the government did when we had this great homegrown structural adjustment program. We fire the workers in agriculture in the estates. We fire low-rank workers from the agricultural estates. We send them home. What the government is doing is practically predictable because they always want to balance book in the lab. They balance it in the lab. So when they was discussing this issue in the lab, they never take human beings as a factor. Pay them off. 100 and something people may well go home from marketing board. And then you're going to close down marketing board and start it back with a new set of human being. Where are you getting this human being from? The people you want to start back in this new entity, where are you getting them from? When you said 1,600 people volunteered within 1,500, let me be on the correct side. 1,500 volunteer in 6 days. I believe is that I heard. And these people should be well qualified and competent people. Because the National Democratic Congress are always chastising the previous government for having incompetent people. So you have 1,600 persons outside there. Why don't you use from them to bring in people to solve your problem? When you close down marketing board, the new entity that you're starting, what would they do? Would they buy fruits from the farmers? You will just change your name as how you change your name from Imani and send down half of the people home? What you going to do with Grand Bay Estate? Well, I understand, and somebody could call it perhaps because I understand they send home some workers from Grand Bay Estate. The very estate that the minister said is targeted for weed growing, they send workers home. These are poor people, you know. A government must take people as a factor. What you going to do with Bellevue Estate? You'll close it down too? What will you do with Motrule Estate? If you close it down marketing board, because it is not efficient. Well, why do you think people change government? For the next government to do better. So the people change you because based upon what you offer them, they believe you will do better. They don't expect you to close down marketing board. They expect you to use the skills you have and make marketing board more efficient. Over the years, the Ministry of Finance has become a model in this country. The Ministry of Finance has been doing a very good work. They seem to be highly motivated and very efficient. That is why when one government change, you meet it pregnant. Those people, they're productive. Remember, we get Richard Duncan from the Ministry of Finance. Remember, Timothy and Twine come out from the Ministry of Finance. The individuals are on a high. They're highly motivated. No one cannot deny in this country that the Ministry of Finance have improved significantly in efficiency. Now, why is it you want to get rid of marketing board? Transform marketing board by making it more efficient. You say you have a storehouse of people, 1,500 people volunteer to provide assistance. They're better educated than the previous government store people. So why don't you pull from them and make marketing board efficient? Because one of the biggest challenges we have in the whole Caribbean is our middle managers are weak. So then if you make marketing board work, you're going to improve Grand Bay Estate. You just fire workers in Grand Bay Estate. For what? You whooping. You don't know what to do. You bank up in ideas. You make decision and then you go into the farmers now for sympathy and justifying the decision that you make prematurely. What are you going to do with Bellevue Estate? Problem that's going on there is not unique to Grenada, you know. We have that throughout the Caribbean. We had Liat. Leave island anytime. Liat. All the countries in the Caribbean crying about Liat. Liat is not competent. Liat ain't making money. Instead of the government taking a decision that they have to mine Liat. Because you're paying British Airlines, American Airlines, and the other airlines to bring people in Grenada. Let the public know you just pay the international airline to bring people. So why you can mine marketing board? You go and sell this $12 million, give the farmers, and the farmers sorry for it, they're looking for sympathy. Marketing board ever make money? From the time the revolution put the M in marketing board, never make money. The mental institute never make money too. One have to justify the relevance and the importance and the multiplying effect of these institutions in our society. Yes, marketing board must be more efficient. And marketing board could be more efficient. As you interact with marketing board on a daily basis or monthly or yearly, you see actions that could be taken to make the company more efficient as a lay person. But a professional eye would see much more. But if the government transformation technique is to get rid of, that is the technical people on drugs. In Grenada, our business, they say one man fight to make it. The next generation may mimic them or blow it out. You see, people have businesses in Grenada. They work all their life. They may never went on a holiday. They may not have a gold chain. They might have the same vehicle for 30 years. And the next generation come and they blow the business to the ground. But this is Grenada. Over the years, governments have done a relatively good job carrying the baton. The baton is handed to Dick Mitchell and the other 9 members, 9 of them. You must carry that baton with pride and dignity and love for the ordinary man and the marginalized. There is absolutely no need to dispense or sell marketing board. Fix marketing board. That's what you have to do. Make marketing board more efficient. But if you put an objective to dispense with, you change the goalpost. So the discussion is to dispense with because they owe 12 million. You have not put the balance on the wheel to show the impact of marketing board to the farmers. So people get very dismissive of the impact of marketing board. And they see 12 million. But you're talking about 12 million in a 400 million food circulation. So one would ask, why is 12 million? Now come on. During the COVID-19, a number of individual farmers had assistance. What part did marketing board play? I heard the biggest cry from the individuals who consider themselves as agro-processors. Instead of walking all over the town trying to sell guava cheese, marketing board take the guava cheese from them and sell it to all the distribution centers. Now you want to dispense with marketing board. And you go change your name. And you will get somebody from the land of Nod. You're going to get some Grenadians from the land of Nod to run the same organization. Does that make sense? Why not be more efficient? That's what we want. We prove we could do it. The Ministry of Finance is operating much more efficiently than yesteryear. It's a fact. You made the Treasury pregnant. The only reason the Treasury got pregnant as the fellas and women and the men and women in finance is doing a better job than they did yesteryear. The police in Grenada, irrespective of all the problems we have, irrespective of all the challenges and problems that we have, the police interface with the public more today than any other time in our history. The police have a better track record in solving crime today, better than any other time in our history. The Grenada Police Force holds its end in the Caribbean in terms of the respect that they command. That is good. Not everything that's bad in Grenada, that is good. And you just come out from a government that used to have interaction with the press after every cabinet meeting. And the government ministers was not afraid of interacting and exchanging ideas with the public. You hide your ministers and them from interacting even with your friendly press. Obviously, you have people in the media that is not necessarily friendly towards you and you want to avoid. Nothing is wrong with that. Nothing is wrong with a politician working with the pressmen. Nothing is wrong with that. Because you may believe other personalities may ask you questions that might embarrass you. But let your media take the questions to you. They could discuss it with you, help you prepare answer, and make it more palatable to the public. Because you say transformation. So you could only from the time this government come in the country, all the people who get transformed out of jobbing, all the people who was transformed was put at a disadvantage in local parlance, worst position. So that is transformation. You people losing their job, people on Grandma Estate, they claim lose their job. That is transformation. Get rid of marketing board workers because marketing board is not efficient. When we finish in marketing board, what next? Is it Mount Rule Estate? Will the government get rid of Mount Rule Estate? Because Mount Rule Estate is not running efficiently. They're losing thousands of dollars. Would we get rid of them? Would we get rid of Grandma Estate? Because Grandma Estate is not running efficiently. Would we ignore the amount of people that is employed in that estate? And we could make the estate more efficient, even if it is just to break even. Then we're going to go and get rid of Bellevue Estate. So that's what the NDC is all about. It's not working efficiently, get rid of it. Then we're going to go and get rid of Green Lake because he's making money, so get rid of it. And then we're going to buy 2 planes for inter-island transport because Liat don't making money. That is our attitude. So when you're in a home and you have your family and things are working, you leave your wife and go. You get an next woman. That woman no good. That woman no good. She give me trouble. So you get an next woman. No. Fix it. The government must fix marketing board. Make it more efficient. Get better managers. And make the market M&IB work more effectively. What we must do with Montreal Estate, fix it. What we must do with Grand Bay Estate, fix it. The National Democratic Congress must stop sell Grenada assets. You sold 13 pieces of property in 4.5 years. Is the only government in the Caribbean that sell property that did not belong to them. The only government in the Caribbean that sells shares that they were not legally able to sell, they still sell it. I tell you, this fella selling White House. When they come to break the house, people say, oh, the woman said, this house is not my husband own. It's my fatherland. And my brother built the house. And he charging me $1 a year for it. I renting the house for my brother. The husband sell it. So the National Democratic Congress sold asset that did not belong to them. They sold assets that they did not have a legal authority to sell. They still sell it. And now all you could sit down and discuss is to sell marketing board, to dispense with marketing board. This is unacceptable. Marketing board could be make it more efficient. Look at the challenges, look at the problem, and make it more efficient. Periodically, even if it's every X period of time, go and look and see where they're making the blunders. You have human factor there. The National Democratic Congress always extremely insensitive to the needs of our people. Our government don't want to bother with big companies. What the government does is to make the enabling environment. Since we do not have central planning, basically, Grenada have a free market. So government provide a tax measure that is not overburdening. And I don't think the tax measure in Grenada is overburdening. We have free enterprise. We have over 30 people have license to operate radio in Grenada. Maybe 17, 20, 25 at any time it fluctuates who are on radio. We have social media galore. People are free to make independent decisions. We have the most landowners in the region. So one could say the environment for business to function is very conducive. So government don't have to worry businessman. Government have to pay their attention. We have a caller on the line. Caller, welcome.
Yeah.
Yes, caller.
Okay, man.
Great one.
Right. No, I don't know. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong here, right? You there?
Yes, my brother.
Correct me if I'm wrong here, right? Right? For years, known that market board is, it's not making money then. Or it's not profitable. Yeah? So, what I'm saying is, as I say, that's my thing, right? So, for me personally, how I see it, I don't know. But I think, sending workers home, that may be not good enough, right? Because when people lose a job, you put them you actually put them on the breadline, and it's not really nobody would nobody would really like that. But what I'm saying is, if the thing isn't making money, then then maybe something, some measures have to, something have to happen. Some measures have to some measures have to take place. Something have to be done. I don't know. Maybe I mean, what is the best means, to put in place to get something different, to be done. But something have to be done. So I'm asking you now, I mean, talking man to man, what is it you personally will recommend, to be done? What you personally, if you given the chance to remedy the situation, how would you personally go about it? Yeah.
Yes, scholar.
Yeah. So I want you to answer me that.
Yes, scholar. Thank you. One of the challenges we have in Grenada is weak managers. Now we have individuals who have 100 and something acres of land and maybe 60 or 70 workers, and that person is making money. You have small supermarkets that is turning over, have 70, 80 workers, and one man running the show, and they're making money because that person put a personal stake in it. Now, because marketing board is owned by government through a statutory body, the individuals who are managing this entity, you have to make sure they understand that they have a personal stake in it. So they will put the passion otherwise in it. There are different ways of getting people to incentivizing people to have personal stake. And they must have the latitude to able to discipline and manage their staff. Because if you don't have the latitude, if you don't not able to manage your staff, manager. Now, marketing board, look at the businessmen. Some of them have 3, 4 outlets in Grenada. And you see them moving up and down in the outlets, and they have ordinary folks running the show. Marketing board have all the staff, but none of them seems to have. Yes, caller, welcome.
Mr. Pierre.
Yes, caller, welcome.
Black people, we are our own enemies, One, we're not working hard enough to develop the country. And I will tell you that. The majority of Grenadians, we do overstomach development. Trust me. We do overstomach development. Because our attitude is not for development. Around that since in 1982. Since in 1982, we are development. No. Because we don't want to work to develop, we don't want to work for that. We don't want to make sacrifice. So when you watch a marketing board, if it was a private entity, I sure it would have been making profit. Why? Because they run efficiently. But anytime anything falls under our government, whether they make it statutory or not, it don't work. This is the reason why the communist socialist countries, everything is run under government. But they're getting rid of that. They come out under that. Even happening in Cuba. Watch China. China is one of the biggest capitalist countries.
State-sponsored capitalists.
Yes. Russia too. Putin is the richest man in the world. But we didn't have communist country. Because you see how they operate in the country. You have to work. You have to make things work. You can't fail. Failure is not an option. You understand? And black people have to know that. This thing what is happening in all black countries in the world. Africa is the wealthiest continent, but still the poorest of people in the world. Why? We don't make use of resources. We don't want to work. We want to do things on our own. Once you work with government, you're getting less production. Any form of government, you get less production. And that is what has to happen. We have to come out from that.
That is a very strong point to make, my brother. But we cannot run and when we don't sit down and complain, we must solve the problem. And I'm saying the Ministry of Finance over the years have improved in the efficiency and the effectiveness. Let us appreciate that and start to take a page from the book. The police in Grenada, we must acknowledge, irrespective of the number of incidents and conflicts that the police might have, the police is trying. You see, ordinary policemen, when I say ordinary, not inspectors, they're on the radio now, interacting with the public, and that is good. These individuals don't have no special training to come on the radio, you know. They're like me, bang, come on the radio, speak. They don't have to swallow no grammar book to come on radio. They're communicating with the people. This is a good approach by the policemen. They're trying to provide information and interacting with the public. We must give the police a big pass. The pharmacists in Grenada, you doesn't hear about them. Government pharmacists. They just try their best too. So yes, you see evidence that a number of ministries are improving their productivity. There may be others. We have this problem with marketing board since Lionel Cannell. Marketing board never make money. Marketing board has provided a service from farmers and they have been pretty inefficient in some areas. So this government must improve their efficiency. Government estates, improve their efficiency. And maybe you have to incentivize the managers more so that they will get things done. And they know if the objectives are not met, they would be penalized. It have to be like that. The Ministry of Education is unproductive. What you going to do, close it down? The Ministry of Education is more unproductive than Marketing Board. What are you going to do? Close down the Ministry of Education? 70% of the children that exit school cannot meet the minimum requirement. 70%. If you have a man making bread, and out of every 100 bread, 70 the public don't buy it because you don't shape good, the man is not a good baker. If a woman is a seamstress, and out of every 100 dress she sew, people complaining, she not good. If a man making furniture, 70% is make marketable standard, the man to go back to school is not a good furniture maker. If you take a sergeant in the police force, I believe they say sergeants in the police force are the hardest workers. I don't know much about the police. Maybe I read that some. And you give him 100 men to train. Yes, caller, welcome.
Hey, good.
Yes, my brother, welcome.
Yes, I always say that when it comes to marketing board, what they have done with marketing board, each government, what they have done is that they have put politics in front of policies. Because what you would find in the private sector is that there's no politics involved, it's strictly policy. And the policy of the private sector is simple, to make a profit, you understand? Whereas if a government entity is in operation, we usually find that the politics of the day is what runs the operation. And I believe that is what has run marketing board, gravel and concrete, all these other statutory bodies which government has major say and major holdings into the ground. You understand? But in respect to marketing, I believe that the next evolution of marketing board should step up into some form of agro-processing. Look. I mean, I just look at it. Look at the amount of ketchup that is used on a daily basis in Grenada. Chicken and chips has been sold everywhere, and the main dressing is ketchup. I mean, I believe that marketing board should be able to know at least go into some form of production, because marketing board as itself buying from farmers and selling over, it is not working. Marketing board now has to go into some form of agro-processing, maybe agro-processing of tomato ketchup. You understand? Because tomato ketchup is a big seller. I mean, I pass through supermarkets and you see people buying it in big pouches, people buying it in small bottles, people, KFC have it in little packets. So I believe that is one area. The agro-processing, I believe that might go the next evolutionary step. Because if they continue, even if you change the name, you revamp it and you come back doing the same business, boy, 10 years down the road, you have just kicked the can 10 years down the road. I believe that Marketing Board's next evolutionary step is to go into some form of agro-processing. We cannot be sending all of our raw material on the trade. Marketing Board should be able to process it in some semi-processed way and send it on to the trader. You understand? So that at least the farmers will be able to be paid a reasonable price. Because the same farmer that sells the Marketing Board is the same farmer that sells to the big supermarket and the hotels. You understand? And yet still, Marketing Board is paying them the least, because I know, because I'm a farmer, I sell the Marketing Board as well, and Marketing Board is the lowest paying price that any farmer produce attracts. You understand? So I believe that Marketing Board needs to go not just from buying and selling over, but Marketing Board needs to go, its next evolutionary step in development and being efficient is that we need to go to get some cargo processing. Lastly, energy is very, if our country is to develop, I believe that energy is a very, very important sector. You understand? I am surprised to see that a company like NASA has not even come up with the idea of hydroelectricity. You understand? They have the dams already. You understand? All they need to do is hook up a turbine somewhere in the order, because most of the dams they overflow anyway. You understand? Where I live, usually there are dams that overflow. You understand? And I'm not talking about when the rain season falls, not during a normal working day. You understand? And I'm surprised that NASA has not gone into energy production. You understand? Because I don't think oil is going to be coming here anytime soon. You understand? The next factor in producing our own energy and making energy more efficient to our people is if NASA gets involved in hydro electronics. All right. So, but thank you very much. Have a good day.
Yes, Scholar. Scholar, we could solve our problems in this country. We can always want to sell the family silver. That is the purpose we send men in school. You go in university, you use economics. You do marketing. All kind of export. When they come back, they can't even sell right fig in the market. We have to start to have our managers understand the objective and the role, and then the latitude to function. If you have your lands and you decide you go all out to get it done, all the guys with the supermarket, whether it's in Grenville or St. George's, yes, caller, welcome.
To get it done. Hello.
Yes, caller, welcome.
Yeah, I just want to make a few points concerning this.
Punch.
Mr. Pierre. I'm saying, first of all, so I believe farmers sometimes is their own enemies. Number one. Two, I also believe that if you're going to deal anything with Marketing Board, make it efficient, you either have to pay the farmers less for the crops, or when the Marketing Board selling over, they will have to up the price. That's how you make money to make something efficient. If the price you pay in farmers is such a cost that you cannot manage your business, it means that you have to lower the price you pay farmers, or you will have to up the price that you're selling over to. Now, what the point I'm making here is that in many countries worldwide, for farming to be efficient, you have to be subsidized, right? So if my board is a way of subsidizing, which means you collect all the goods from the farmers and you present, whether you hold it there, you're trying to get, but it's an outlet for farmers, then closing it down means that the farmers have no outlet. So when you go on a forum and you're talking about close down Marketing Board and revamp it, you're actually telling the government, giving them the leeway to block your outlets. What you're doing is that you're blocking the outlet. My issue is let the government continue to subsidize Marketing Board, and in doing that, you're subsidizing the farmers. And then what you do is that probably you look for other ways of continuing to make the company efficient so that farmers, because that's one of the biggest problems, When you farm, you don't have a place to sell, right? Tomatoes and the glut, when you're doing tomatoes, you're having tomatoes for $150 a pound. When you have glut, you have places you can you cannot sell. You don't have an outlet, and marketing board is an outlet. I thought this new government would have probably widened the capacity of marketing board so that they can, because we're trying to help farmers, we're talking about food security. So it should be in a stage where every farmer that produce should able to know exactly I selling at that entity and that's what the price I'm going to get. Even though you don't have a second buyer, what you're trying to do is to give them the assurance, and that's what farming do. So you could go all about and try to make marketing board efficient, and then the same farmers will just realize that they can't sell no way. They have no way to sell because they don't have the capacity to export and these type of things. So the government should be looking at what are the things we're going to export. We're going to have to export probably sauerkraut. Let us do a factory to pull this sauerkraut and bag it and send it away and encourage farmers to sell more sauerkraut, tomato, make some probably tomato paste or tomato ketchup and send it away. But closing it down is if any farmer see that as an option, in my mind, they are crazy farmers. Thank you, Mr.
Thank you, caller. And caller, I could not have said it better. Caller, I could not have said it better. I'm going to go back tomorrow or maybe tonight and listen to that tape and listen to what you say again. The government taking the easy route out. The government have to leave marketing board alone and make it more efficient. The marketing board is like a subsidy. Marketing board never make money. But marketing board could be much more efficient. When I hear farmers say marketing board take their money and they're not paying them, well, obviously, marketing board must pay within a reasonable time. 2 weeks for the most. But the hotel's taking you eggs. And sometimes 2 weeks before you get money. The hotel's taking you pumpkin. Sometimes 2 weeks before you get money. The hotel taking you rabbit. Sometimes 2 weeks before you get money. Traffickers taking you thing. Sometimes since Lanel Canal, you will get money. Traffickers passing and traffickers passing and collect your crops. Sometimes 2 weeks, jumpy taking your money. That's why the government have to look at how long could we store ginger. When I see marketing board selling ginger for $13 a pound, I say marketing board get crazy. I used to sell ginger for $6 a pound. I raised the price to 10 because if marketing board could sell it for 13. So marketing board have to buy the goods maybe cheaper if they buy it in bulk at certain quantities, because by the time Christmas finish, you don't have the ginger in the farmer's hand. They don't have storage facility. And if marketing board have the storage facility, nothing wrong in giving the farmer $3 or $3.50 and store the ginger and later on sell it for $6 or $8. Because you have a cost for storage. Why pumpkin have to sell for more than $1 in Grenada? What does it cost to produce a pound of pumpkin? So yes, the farmer could sell the pumpkin for $10 a pound, but marketing board should not be buying pumpkin for more than 75 cents a pound. If the farmer could get $9 a pound, sell you pumpkin. But then marketing board could buy it at a cheaper price and add distribution. So these are some of the things that could be corrected in marketing board. Because the Ministry of Finance have improved their efficiency over the years. Get 2 individuals in the Ministry of Finance to go wrong. To go wrong and do, I don't know if that is the right word, spot visit, impromptu visit, pop up on these estates and see somebody malady that's going on. Yes, caller, welcome. Yes, caller, welcome. You look like we lose this caller. Caller, you there? That going on. Yes, Punch. Caller, welcome. Caller, you have a radio on. Yes, caller, welcome. You have your radio on, Color. So you hear in the... Color, you have to take out your radio. All right. Please take off the radio. We know people, sometimes people in a group and others want to hear, but you have to move away from the radio. Otherwise, we get the feedback and you're paying attention to the replay. We must be able to solve our problem. The government must not run from problem. The National Democratic Congress have a history. Every time they meet a little problem, they want to sell. You all must be deep thinkers. You all must establish think tanks to help police solve problems. Marketing board never make money since it started. Since they put the M in marketing board, they don't make money. It has always been subsidized. If New Zealand could have subsidized snow, if they could have sold snow, they would have subsidized it. Most of the small countries with our agriculture sector, government have to prepare to subsidize it. Government subsidizing plane to bring passengers come. Government subsidize big businessmen. I mustn't say big businessmen. Taxpayers. When you give them an amnesty, is a subsidy. When you give them an amnesty, is an indirect subsidy. When you pay the passengers then to bring passengers in Grenada, you subsidizing them. Yes, Color, punch.
Good afternoon, Mr.
Yes,
How are
Color,
you?
punch.
All right. Last November gone, the manager of marketing board called the egg producing farmers to a meeting in the stadium. I think it was either the 7th or the 11th of November. And offered that marketing board will be want to buy all the eggs from the farmers. We sat down in the meeting as egg producing farmers. But we was advised to put a committee in place to find out how much we will accept. We did all of that, put a committee in place. The committee then had a meeting with farmers, reported to the farmers, look, X amount is what, based on what we work out and so is what we willing to accept. All we was waiting on, a majority of the farmers that was in that next meeting agreed that that price was an okay price, we could have worked with it. Because marketing board also had to put a percentage and they also had to make a profit. So majority of us was satisfied. All we was waiting on the committee, then reporting board, letting marketing board know, look, this is what the farmers agreed upon, and then get back to us. Now, from November last year, then in December, 1 month, less than a month after you start hearing about marketing board want to close down. So I'm trying to figure, and know that it seems to be the way that they're thinking based on my information, is to close down the entire marketing board. So now it have me wondering whether or not there is something in the matter besides the peso, or if they really did not know what they was doing, because you cannot call people and say that is the policy and that is the direction you're going, and less than a month after you have a turnaround in terms of decision. So I just thought about bringing that to the fore, so the farmers themselves could try to figure out what really was going on at that meeting, or what if there is something sinister behind the whole plan of that. Thank you, sir.
Yes, caller, thank you. You see, we have to brainstorm. We have a caller on the line. Caller, welcome.
Mr. Pierre, good afternoon.
Yes, caller, welcome.
I'm going to punch Mr. Pierre.
Yeah.
Mr. Pierre.
And you mean last caller?
Yes, I won't stay long.
Okay.
Mr. Pierre, marketing board had laid 3 options on the table. Do you know what the 3 options are, Mr. Pierre? 1, Mr. Pierre, a complete shutdown. That was the first option they laid to the people. A complete shutdown of marketing board and the creative of a new entity. That's one option. Number 2, Mr. Pierre, they also state a partial closing of some aspect of NMIB and government assuming some of the debt. And number 3, Mr. Pierre, government continue to pump money into the MNIB in hope that the board can find effective manager to turn things around. So, Mr. Pierre, that was 3 of the options the government bring forward to the people. And the people need to know that. But, Mr. Pierre, I just want to add last thing to that. After the period 1979, Mr. Pierre, to 1983, where government been consulting people and having meetings and town hall meetings, that's the most amount of people I see attending government town hall meeting, Mr. Pierre. I think that's a very, very good move, and it's the right way to go, Mr. Pierre. Very good move by the government, Mr. Pierre. That's what I want to say.
Yes, scholar. A farmer meet a thief in the land. The farmer say, I give you 3 options. You either take 2 chop, you take 10 planners, or bring you to the police and call the police. You tell the fella, make up your mind which one you want. 2 chop, the thief watch the size of the man cutlass. 10 planners, or I bring you down in the police station and show you send you in jail for 2 years. The thief say, give me the 10 planners. So the farmer give him the 10 planners. The government bought 3 options, but they should leave room for a 4th. One of the callers, I had the best option. Marketing board is a means of helping to subsidize farmers. What the government have to do is to improve the efficiency and the management in marketing board. You don't have to wait 2 and 3 years to evaluate a manager. And you have the necessary individuals within the Ministry of Finance who can evaluate, do spot checks, and manage. One of the big food centers in Grenada that have the chicken a lot of people like, particularly those that big. They have individuals in Grenada who go inside there and buy chicken and send back the report to England. What is the condition? Who served them? If they satisfy, if it was warm. So we could run marketing board effectively. My concern is when the government finish sell marketing board, they will sell BFU estate, they will sell Moncton estate, and every time the government sell, they fire workers. Transformation cannot be firing people. We're back with you again next week, Monday, between 12 and 1 for another program of On Target. But tomorrow will be on the extension. Thank you very much.